Okay, I'm about to explain to you why God or the Most High or Source did not create evil. I made a post on X that says, the Most High Source did not create evil. Evilness is just the absence of goodness. Evilness is what you get when you turn away from righteousness or God. Every spirit, soul is created in goodness, which means that you are born good and is embedded with morality, meaning knowing the difference between right and wrong. By using your free will to be evil, you are intentionally turning away from your spiritual nature and God itself knowingly. Acting like you don't know right and wrong is pathetic because you clearly do, and you feel it every time you make a decision. If you want to act like you don't know right and wrong, then you will just be classified as evil. And that's facts. We were when you come here to this earth, or not even when you come here, you are naturally spiritually good. But when you incarnate into earth, you have free will. Whether you choose to be good or bad is up to you. Now, if you're a bad person, you can change the good. If you're good, you can change the bad, or you can be bad. It's not permanent. It's just what you choose to be. Well, it does become there is a certain frequency of which that you do become righteous and it's permanent, and then there's a frequency so low that you get to where you're permanently evil. But as long as you haven't crossed those thresholds, you can always change at any time. Every single being with the spirit or soul is born good, which means all the evil you see in the world is from people who have turned away from righteousness or God, if you want to put it. It's really righteousness, because that's how the universe or the cosmos is governed, through morality, right and wrong. Right is obviously going to be good, and then wrong is obviously going to be bad, or the good and bad people or beings. So you're born good, but then people are born good and they choose to go out here and bullshit and fuck around in the world, and they cry why their life isn't going as good as they wanted to, or they have no idea what's going on. Like bad karma's popping up and they keep going through cycles, is because you're not changing how you think. Chances are you have fucked up thoughts, you've done some fucked up shit, and you're facing it. And now all these church people be crying, oh, why do I have anxiety? Why me? Why this? Why that? Like I explained in the last video, because you turned away from God. You turned away from righteousness. And now you believe in make believe. You turned away from morality within, and you're hoping to God that religion is true, so that way it can erase all the bad you've done. But the truth is, you can't erase what bad you've done. You can be forgiven for it in spirit. Because me personally, I awakened when I was 19, which is I awakened 2.5 years ago when I was 19, which is proof that I'm righteous. And I'm psychic, so I have that extrasensory perception. Real ones know, whatever, but it's not that spiritual goofball shit. But it's proof, and it allowed me to be this wise and this smart and all these things. But when I awakened, there was still some things about me that I had to work on. Now, my whole life, considering I'm 19 and the only thing I went through in school, I wasn't a bad kid in school. I wasn't any that I wasn't willfully hurting people or doing stuff like a lot of kids and nowadays be doing. But yes, I had messed up thoughts. I didn't do things that you should be doing. Like, I knew right from wrong, but I wasn't being authentic. It's not like I was out here bullshitting and fucking around. I was always in my purpose, but not 100%. But that's why I'm in my purpose now 100%, because it kept going up over time. I never became stagnant. I never became bitter. I never became angry at the world. I've always looked at the situation for what it was and changed, unlike most people in this world. So that's why it was easy for me to awaken at a very early age, because I wasn't bullshitting and fucking around. Now, a lot of people who have a lot of karma built up who have a lot of guilt, it's a lot harder. It's very hard spiritually for them to get out of that hole, but it's the hole that they dug for themselves. So it's not your problem. It's not up to you to solve that or do anything. It's up to them to fix that karma or whatever. And then once you do that, your life will fucking change and it will be fucking easy. But everyone is born good, no one is born bad, but evilness is a choice. And it's a very insane choice because, like I said, you're born good, but you choose to be bad, so you know what you're doing. You acting like you don't know what you're doing. Come on now. See, this world is not ran by governments. The governments place themselves here. So when these Satanists colonized, these satanic aliens colonized our planet, they created a whole system of laws and stuff that you abide by, that their slaves abide by. But we don't abide by laws. We abide by morality, just right and wrong. We don't need laws. We don't need any of this when you're good. And when you're a good person, truly good, you are protected by spirituality. You're spiritually protected, divinely protected, which means that you're protected from things that you don't even see coming. Because the world is spiritual and a lot of people don't want to believe that, but it is. So just do right. God did not create evil. Evil is just what you get when you turn away from God. That's all it is. When you use your free will to go away from good, you're not born evil. God did not create evil. It's just the opposite of good. What happens when there's no God, when there's no good? You get criminals, you get murderers, you get rapists, you get liars, you get thieves, you get, just people who are unpleasant to be around. You get bitterness, anger, all type. Like, these people just do the worst things in the world. They're unhappy. They always got anxiety. They're all stressed out, but they all have an image. They're all friendly and nice on the surface. When you're psychic, you can see through their front act. I sound different than every other person on the planet. I have a unique energy that you can feel, and you know it because I speak, because of how I speak and present myself. It's from a place of righteousness that most people in this world lack. So you know I'm good just by my energy, by what I say. I've never spoken evil, never done evil. Well, I wouldn't say never done evil, but I'm talking about evil at like high levels. I'm talking about low level evils. Like, of course I've lied before. Everyone has. Of course I've hit someone before for no fucking reason as a kid. Of course I've done that, but I don't do that shit no more. And when I did, it was very little. I learned my lesson right away. So, oh yeah, when I'm talking about awakening, I'm talking about pineal gland activation. A pineal gland activation is what happens when you reach the frequency of righteousness, when you reach the frequency of goodness, where your thoughts, your being, everything about you is good, because that's how you unlock certain DNA that allows your pineal gland to activate, and it allows you to have those etheric or psychic abilities that make you superhuman, that allow you to remember that you are superhuman, that you are supernatural, that they don't want you to know. And this can be proven, right? It releases a substance in your body that's explained in the Bible, in a lot of different places, but it releases a substance. It changes every cell in your body. It changes the neurochemistry of your brain. It unlocks millions of different cells in your brain and body that junk DNA. And it can only happen if you're righteous. And the reason why I say these things, because not only that you can feel it, but if I were to get put in a CT scan or like a brain scan in a doctor, they would be able to prove this shit. It can be proven if you put me in a doctor. So that's why I say it. No arrogance, like no, none of that. It can be proven if need to be. But yeah, a pineal gland is not, an awakening is not just, oh, you're becoming aware to evil. It's like, no, your third eye open. Like, you've gone through that process. You felt it. It's internal. It's physical. It's an experience. It's a spiritual and physical experience. that unlocks DNA, genetics, bro. So it's not no fake shit that they be making up. It's something that can be proven. And to all the evil haters and jealous people out there, I don't give a fuck what happens to you. That's your choice. You can end up dead and I won't give two fucks. Oh yeah, let me add, bro, to the religious people. I'm just gonna be making fun of religious people. They be hoping that they hope that religion is real, and they end up dying, and nothing that they believed in ever came true. And these grown folks do not tell the youngins that because they're arrogant as fuck and egotistical as fuck, and they're not gonna tell you that they lived their whole life, that they lived a lie. They're not gonna do that. But they be dying and nothing even comes true. They be acting like they blessed, but they not. Like, the only religious people in the world that I even respect is Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. But the thing is, they were good before they even joined fucking religion. There was no reason for them to go to religion. But outside of that, it's like, bro, if you're relying on religion, oh Lord, you relying on that bitch ass motherfucker Jesus. You're gonna die and you'll never see him.